Hi, welcome to Storytime. I'm Miss Dawn with the Terry Library, a branch of the Central Arkansas Library System. Shall we get started today? I have our letter box. Let's open it up and see what kinds of things we have inside. Do you know what this is? It's an American flag. Can you think of what letter flag begins with? Let's see what else we have in the box. How about this? Do you know what it is? It's a flower. We also have this. Do you know what it is? It's not real, but it is a fly. And how about this? Ribbit, ribbit. Did you say frog? You were right. We have one more thing in our letter box. It's little. Do you know what that is? It's a fish. What sound do all of these words begin with? We've got flag and flower. We had a fly. We had a frog and a fish. If you said as the sound they start with, you were right. And do you know what letter makes the sound? It's the letter F. And there's the lowercase f. Our story time today is about something that starts with F. It's about fire and fire safety. Let's first do a song though. And this song is Clap and Say Hello. Are you ready? We clap everybody and say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. No matter what the weather. What is it like at your house today? We have a beautiful sunny day at the library today. Okay, let's clap and say hello, but let's say hello in Hebrew. And the way that we say that is shalom. Can you say shalom? Good. Okay, here we go. Clap everybody and say shalom. Clap everybody and say shalom. Clap everybody and say shalom. Now let's read a book together. Today's book is called No Dragons for Tea, Fire Safety for Kids and Dragons. It's by Jean Penzawal and Martine Gourbeau. One warm, sunny day at the end of last week, my mom and I went for a walk to the creek. As I raced down the hill in my little red wagon, I veered to the left and smacked into a dragon. I suppose he could see there was fear in my eyes as I jumped to my feet, quite filled with surprise. He sheepishly grinned and stepped out of the way, but he seemed so polite that I asked him to play. He had a cute bear and some other toys too. With my shovel and pail, we'd have oodles to do. We ran to the creek and then on to the bay, where we played on the beach for the rest of the day. Then Mom waved and said, "Now it's time to go eat. Let's pack the red wagon and head up the street." It's hard to stop playing with friends old or new, so I asked if the dragon could come to eat too. Mom wrinkled her brow and squinted her eyes, looking up at the dragon's incredible size. I begged and I pleaded, then said very sweet, "We won't make a mess. We'll be tidy and neat." So at last she said, "Yes, just this once I'll agree. You may have the dragon come over for tea." We had carrots and apples, thick slices of ham with fresh lemonade, biscuits, and strawberry jam, cold glasses of milk, and a great big dill pickle. But the pepper we sprinkled sure made my nose tickle. Then the dragon's nose twitched, and he started to wheeze. His eyes misted up, and he blew a great sneeze. Achoo! Well, we all know what happens when dragons achoo. Flames shot from his mouth and from both nostrils, too. Our tablecloth sparked and then burst into flame, and the curtains that hung right beside did the same. The smoke alarm rang. What a loud, piercing sound! It meant get out fast, so I dropped to the ground. The room filled with smoke as I crawled on the floor and started to make my way to the front door. The dragon got scared and decided to hide, but I knew when there's fire, we must get outside. I grabbed his thick tail, and with one mighty tug, I pulled that big dragon from under the rug. I crept down the hallway and said, "Follow me. I know the way out. We must meet by the tree." So Mom and the dragon and I all met there. Then that silly old dragon went back for his bear. We ran up and caught him and wouldn't let go. And I said, "Listen, dragon, here's what you should know. Don't ever go back. That just will not do. We can get a new bear, but we can't replace you." Since the fire was burning inside of our home, we went to the neighbors to borrow the phone. Mom knew what to dial and said, "Calm and clear. Here's our full street address. Send the fire trucks here." Before very long, down our street they came sailing, with bright red lights flashing and loud sirens wailing. The fire crew rushed to start work on their tasks. They were dressed in big boots and wore helmets and masks. They hooked up the hose and ran into the house, where they sprayed streams of water in order to douse the table, the curtains, our lovely snack too, and it didn't take long till that fire was through. The fire chief called out the door with a shout, "The smoke's made a mess, but the fire is out." My poor friend the dragon knew he was to blame, so he hung down his head and wept great tears of shame. One of the fire crew said, "Don't be sad, you knew what to do, and of that we're quite glad. You all got out safely, that's really what matters." Then she took us to see the big pump truck and ladders. The dragon put on a shiny red hat, and I asked to see where the fire crew sat. She showed us the siren, the hoses and lights, and the ladders they climb up to reach higher heights. The rest of the fire crew checked all the rooms, while a fan in the door blew out gray smoke and fumes. Then the dragon and we sat down for a while. I reached up and hugged him. He gave a great smile. The next time the dragon and I want to play, we'll pack up a picnic and go to the bay. We are friends tried and true, the best we can be, but I'll never again invite dragons for tea. Here's the dragon's fire safety rhyme. When the smoke alarm sounds, here's what you should do. Leave your toys all behind, 'cause there's only one you. Get down and stay low, crawling under the smoke, because breathing those fumes in might make you choke. If your clothes catch on fire, don't run about. Stop, drop, and roll till the flames are all out. Don't open a door if the handle feels hot. Find another way out to your planned meeting spot. Even when scared, You must never hide. And once you are out, don't go back inside. The end. Well, let's do a song that goes to the tune of I'm a Little Teapot, but it's I'm a Little Firefighter. It goes like this. I'm a little firefighter on the go. Here is my helmet, here is my hose. When I see a fire, hear me shout. Turn on the water and put the fire out. Good job. You want to do it again? Let's do it. I'm a little firefighter on the go. Here is my helmet, here is my hose. When I see a fire, hear me shout. Turn on the water and put the fire out. Good job. Okay, I've got another song for you, and it goes to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. It's called Call 911. If you need to call for help, call 911. If you need to call for help, call 911. If you think that you're in trouble and you need help on the double, if you need to call for help, call 911. Good. Let's do it again. If you need to call for help, call 911. If you need to call for help, call 911. If you think that you're in trouble and you need help on the double, if you need to call for help, call 911. Very good. Alrighty, I do have a craft for you today, but first let's do Skin-a-Marink. Skin-a-marink-a-dinky-dink, skin-a-marinky-doo. I love you. Skin-a-marink-a-dinky-dink, skin-a-marinky-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Skin-a-marink-a-dinky-dink, skin-a-marinky-doo. I love you. Good job. Okay, the craft is a fire truck collage. And I made this by cutting out a template that I will provide to you. And I cut out the windows and glued them in place. And then I cut up a straw. I did 2 longer pieces. And for this ladder, I did 5 smaller pieces, but you can do as many as you want to do. I drew in my wheels, and then I used a big blob of glitter glue to make the flashing siren. You can get all of these supplies in the early literacy bag that will be available on our curbside table. There will also be supplies for crafts throughout the rest of the month. Thanks for joining me today. I hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye. October is Fire Safety Month. This year's campaign is Serve Up Fire Safety in the Kitchen. Cooking is the #1 cause of home fires. Go to www.nfpa.org for some great ideas on ways to stay safe and some fun activities.